All right, Shalom. Shalom. Brothers and great millstone and warriors coming at you another live camp. Before we get started, praises, glory, and honors and truth.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kabbalah.
Shabbat to the apostles and elders of great millstone. We taught you to do well. And peace and blessings and citation to the hope of the elect, right? As well as those that believe in the gospel and mean to endure to the end are willing. All right. We're gonna get straight into it, man. All right, because something that we should ponder our thoughts, ponder our minds upon, all right, is the kingdom of heaven. That's what keeps us going. See? The brother went into a beautiful lesson last night on having keeping our minds at peace through the scriptures, right? When we meditate, all right, give me that in that in Sirach 38, 38 and 4, I believe, or 30 and 4. And say meditate continually, because we meditate on the scriptures, man. We meditate on the things to come. All right, Apostle Gabal speak about always being a visionary, right? But we envision the kingdom of heaven being at hand. All right, when we come week in, week out to teach you, all right, that America is getting ready to be destroyed. All right, we have confidence in that because we know that the kingdom of heaven is going to soon come. See, give me quick. Uh, this is Second Peter chapter 3, verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Verse 12. Looking for a hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High. Right. When you hasten something, you're like trying to rush it. Right? You're hurrying. All right. You're hurrying this thing to come because we hasten in a day that the Lord come back and get us, man. All right. Being vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. You see, you want to be delivered out of this place, man. All right. Out of this hellhole. You see? Go ahead. Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Right, having seeing these buildings, right, seeing the trees, seeing these cars, right, these different vehicles, seeing everything in this society actually getting turned into dust, man. Right, being turned into a pulp. This is what we've envisioned. This is what we are looking for. You see? Go ahead. Verse 13, nevertheless, we according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth. Right, a new heavens and a new earth. Right, when you go into this word new, going in the Greek word is kainos, man. Right, which means to be refreshed. See? So give me that Ecclesiastes 1. Is it Ecclesiastes 1? And it said the earth will abide forever. It said the one of two. Real quick. I got more on that. It says, nevertheless, verse 13, nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Right, a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. See? But we don't have to fix our eyes on the wickedness of this society no more. See? Want to say something? No, please, oh, you got it? You got it? Bring it out. Real quick.
Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. It says, one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever.
Mm-hmm. So the earth abide forever. See? So it's going to be a new heavens and a new earth. All right? But it's just going to be refreshed. See? Because under the rulership of the so-called white man who is Esau Edom, according to the scriptures, what has he done? He's polluted the earth, man. All right? He's transgressed the laws, and the earth is totally out of course, man. See?
To back you up too, one thing you got to add to it is that he's just massively overkill everything.
Yeah.
All right, we got animals going into extinction. We got bees going into extinction. You know, a lot of things that's very profitable. Obviously, it's profitable because the Lord put it here. You know, these devils is damn near wiping a lot of shit out. You know, that we need for the earth to help itself.
Yeah.
Just back you up.
Yeah, man.
Because we're seeing that the earth is what out of course. We're seeing like sun and the moon out at the same time. Seeing a lot of different vibration of the earth is changed. You know, then we see that we're in that transition of power. We're coming into a new age as well as righteousness. You know,
Psalms 82 and 5. That's the point next to it. All right. Bring that out. Got something? This is Matthew 4 and 17. And it says, from the time Yahweh began to preach and say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Right, from the time that Yahweh begin to preach, right? Preach saying what? The kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. Right? For the kingdom is coming. That was over 2,000 years ago, man. You see? But now we are walking down the very last milliseconds of time, man. All right? The prophets have been raised back up. You see? The end is near. You see the signs according to Matthew the 24th chapter, man. Right? But with all of these things going on, like it said in 2 Peter 3, nevertheless, we still looking for and hastening the day for the kingdom of the Most High, man. All right? To actually reign on earth. See? More? Got that 10 for me? This is Matthew 10 and 7. And it says, and as you go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Right. So from the time Yahweh began to preach, right, all the way to the end of his ministry, because this is red letters. See? He said, go and say what? Preach saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Right. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Man. All right. And this we are coming out week in, week out to tell you that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. All right. And it's coming to an end point, all right, of telling you this, man. We ain't gonna be out here forever. All right. Once the Lord sees fit, he's gonna do away with this word. He's gonna do away with us being out here teaching, man. You know, right? But why? The word stands the book. Yeah, the family of the word's coming, man. But why is the Lord gonna do away with us speaking? Because judgment has to run rapid in the planet Earth, man. Right? It's only so long that he's going to warn you and warn you and warn you. No, the Lord said his kingdom got to be established, man. He said he ain't going to hold his tongue no more pertaining to wickedness, man, that they profanely commit. You see? Go ahead, but now I'm going to get going to go down the line. All right. And is it for the second Ezra chapter 2, verse 13? Go and you shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you that they may be destroyed. The kingdom is prepared for you. Why? Right. The kingdom is already prepared, man. That's it. John 14 and 2. Right? Because every time, not every time, but since the time that Yahweh was crucified, all right, and he dwelt with the disciples 40 days, all right, on the earth, visiting them. You see? But when he went up, and they said, why do you stand ye gazing? The same way he went up is the same way he coming back, man. You have that? That's an Acts 1, you know? The same, he's coming back the same way, man. You know, give me that one I thought. Oh, bring it out. Bring it out.
Psalm chapter 82, Psalm chapter 82 and verse 5 says, they know not neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness to all the foundations of the earth are out of course. Read again. Okay, Psalm chapter 82 and verse 5 said, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness to all the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Right. It says they know not, and neither do they understand. See? It's that the Lord said, who can make that straight what I made crooked, man?
That's it.
So the rulers of this world have the foundations of the earth totally out of course. All right. Who's holding that Romans 8? Still got that? Bring that out real quick because that's going to explain why the foundations of the earth is out of course. Why? Because the rulers of this earth are wicked, man. It's not a straight ball in their body, man. Isaiah 26 and 10. All right. Let favor be shown to the wicked. All right. Teach them. 10. This is Isaiah 26 and 10. And it says, let favor be shown to the wicked. Right. Let favor be, like, give them favor. Show them how to do the things right. You see? Go ahead. Yet will he not learn righteousness? Right. Yet will he not learn righteousness, man. Right. You shoot favor to them, teaching the law, statutes, commandments, and they still gonna go off, man. You see? Because it's not a righteous bone in their body. All right, which is why we see the earth, the foundations. No, it said the foundations of the earth is out of course, man. All right, you got a big ass hole in the ozone layer. All right, you got a so-called global warming. Right, all of these different problems with the atmosphere. You see, the people that dwelling on the planet is sick. All right, because you poison the food, poison the water, poison the air, man. See, and you're wondering why there's such a uproar of people. Because everybody's full of poison, man. Want to say something?
Yeah, they got I forget the stats that they say, but they talk about that when they was talking about children being born.
Yeah.
Something about in America alone in itself that we it's like as low as it's ever been. Population being built.
Yeah.
And that goes to it. You know, the food that you intake, the air that you breathe. That this devil is just poisoning us at the end of the day.
And let me add real quick. Let me add to that because people don't want to have children in this society because it's too fucking expensive, man.
That's it.
You gotta buy diapers. You gotta buy. Your woman don't breastfeed. Well, good luck with buying a fucking formula, man. See,
That's it.
Wow.
and it's dangerous, man. This shit is. Hey, man, everything here is out of course, man. Right. And the only thing that keeps our mind at peace is that, man, the Lord coming back. He getting ready to destroy this place, man.
That's exactly right. So,
you know,
so what we're seeing is stuff is, you know, we're seeing that, you know, the do thy will spirit, you know, people, you know, lovers of themselves. We're seeing that, you know, a lot of sexual immorality. You know, we're saying a man can marry a man, a woman can marry a woman, all sorts of wickedness and abominations that's happening right now. You know, a lot of people right now are sick of being sick and tired. You know, right now we're seeing who right now is running the earth right now. I got a quick precept to bring out what I'm saying. It says here, Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2 says, so when the righteous.
You got that in the you got both of them.
I got both of them side by side.
Read it in the KJV, then read it.
All right, okay. Then it said, Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2 said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn. So that's exactly what's happening right now. We're seeing the earth right now. It's mourning. It's crying out. You know what I'm saying? For a change, you know, you know what I'm saying? It's time for us to get on the new management. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're seeing the world right now is the worst thing we ever seen before. This place is the most wicked kingdom that ever been even created. You know what I'm saying?
It surpassed all the other kingdoms.
Yeah, it surpassed everything. You know, this place,
the wickedness, man.
Yeah, like I said, you know, I think there's a Revelation 11 and 11. I think says this place is just like Sodom and Egypt.
Well, it said it's as spiritual.
Yeah,
Sodom
spiritual.
and Egypt.
Yeah,
right. Meaning you're putting both of them together, man.
That's it. So
right, because it's a class A sodomy going on around here.
I'm telling you.
It ain't nothing. Everybody's just corporate slaves now.
That's it, man.
How worse can the people be if they don't even know that they're slaves, man?
That's it, man.
See, go ahead, make your point.
I was about to say because we spoke about that sodomy. The roots in the red dress people today. Men in red dresses, bro.
Hey, call law, y'all about you know shot. Now,
that one we
down there a couple years, brother, looking at that damn foolishness, man.
Conversation, man.
That filthiness, man.
You know, somebody got to be saying that ain't right.
For real. Somebody.
Yeah.
But you know, they're gonna put that because it goes back to what it was. This woman, two women had went travel and stuff like that, and they got killed. So that's why they had started that whole group. There's always some bullshit behind these goddamn.
Yeah.
Bring out that.
NLT.
Yeah.
All right, Proverbs chapter 29. In the blue letter, the NLT, it says, so when the godly are in authority. When the godly are in authority.
Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right. When the godly, all right, the righteous is in authority, it says what?
So the people rejoice.
Yep.
So, but when the wicked are in power, they groan.
Yeah, well, so the wicked is in power because all of the people here in America and across the globe are just groaning, man. You see? Yeah. Go ahead, bring that Romans out. Bible shot. That's right on time.
That's it.
18, I believe. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestations of the sons of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. For the creature, verse 20, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. Verse 21, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai. Right, and we're those creatures, man. Right? We're the ones who are made subject to these bodies, right? We're the ones that's made subject, right, to fighting against the flesh. See? But it says we waited for the manifestation wait, that's night. Where you at? It was on 2019, right? Oh yeah, thanks. And I got in the end. Right, read 19 and jump. So just start. 22. Romans, back in Romans chapter 8, verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of his son. 22. Okay, God, back in Romans chapter 8, verse 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. Yeah. So the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together, man. All right. That's talking about the water. It's talking about the air, right? The trees. You see the animals, the birds. All right. And most of all, the people, man. See. Go ahead, bring that out. That is this Romans 8:19 in the NLT. It says, "For all creation is waiting eagerly for that future day when the Most High will reveal who His children really are." Right? Going to go to 20, or go to 20 to that point. 20. Yeah, Romans 8:22 in the NLT. For we know that all creation has been groaning, as in the pains of childbirth, right up to the present time. Right, and in the pains of childbirth, the woman is screaming, crying. All right. She's ready to get the baby out of there, man. That's how we are. That's how the elect are. Crying and crying, man, for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. Bro, the animals, even the animals, bro, they go off themselves. The animals beaching themselves, whales and sharks and different things of that nature, they beach themselves, bro. Because when they live, the water is polluted. They can't even, they gotta go out of their habitat and off themselves, bro. They that's better than living in what this devil done did to the water, bro. Yeah, that's just crazy, man. You got animals that dwell in the ocean, and I'm just going on land because I can't take it in the water, man. That's wicked, brother. You know,
Wicked is again. What the hell is devil done did? They got trash islands. Yeah, they got sexual diseases on that trash that's getting sent. Yeah, herpes and shit that's getting sent to the animals in the water. Turtles got hurt. Yeah, like that doesn't add up. That's not supposed to equate on any type of level to think that this was even a possibility to happen. Like that's the water. They stay in the water. They do what they do. We stay on land. We do what we do. Not get transmitted disease and look for whatever. It's just sick. What the devil doing, man?
Yeah, like the animals, they all coming out of their places because their habitat is all messed up. They cutting down the damn tree, they just constantly the landscape is all messed up now.
Yeah, they cut down the trees and build roads and all that, and then they act like they don't have enough room for the earth. It's plenty of room on the earth, bro, for everybody to live. And then cloak, like we don't need high. Come on, bro. It's just like he just be doing shit.
Yeah, all this concrete, asphalt, man, it's just messing up everything. Changing the vibrations.
Yeah, man. You're supposed to walk. You're supposed to put your feet on grass, man.
Yeah.
Put your bare feet on grass. Well, the grass actually has energy, man. Yeah. All right. It actually charges you. It gives you energy. Something called electrons and neutrons and neurons, man. All right. You put your feet in the raw grass. All right. And you can go look it up, man.
Yeah.
All right. You can put what's the electric thing? Yeah. You put that in the ground. All right. And you put the other set under your foot, and you will see your body's getting charged, man. Why do you think the Lord set it up that way? You see? The earth helps us. Yeah, everything from the herbs we eat, all the spices and things, that everything, gold, all the precious metals and elements of the earth, it all helps us, bro. Everything is, you got copper, you got iron, you got silver, and you got gold, which are charging agents, right? When you drink out of copper water, it's a benefit into your body, But this devil put it in fucking plastic, man. Right. And then the plastic, as soon as you put it in there, you got microplastics in there. So we just sitting here drinking microplastic water, man. With fluoride in it, and chlorine, man. Even the water that we take a bath in, man. Lead, zinc, chlorine. Hey, brother, put some chlorine in a small, very small cup of water and put your hands in it and then take it out and you'll see how much your skin absorb the chlorine, man. Yeah. That's why we just got to get the hell out of here, man. Yeah, you know? Chemtrails. Yeah, barium and aluminum just falling out the goddamn sky. Go ahead, Art.
Water thing's so crazy because people tend to forget that your skin is the biggest organ on your body.
Yeah.
So whatever we do, that's how we know that the Lord is protecting us day in and day out because we wide open just to get fucked over to absorb everything. But it's sickening at the end of the day. But I got a quick precept too. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 5. It says, "There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth." All right, let's start back from the beginning. It's an evil under the sun, and it proceeded from the error proceeded from the ruler. Right? Whose face is on the money? Whose name is after all of the lands, and all of the signs and everything that we see day in and day out? Is this damn devil? Esau, Edom. All right.
Yeah. If I can make a quick point. Yeah. You want to be a pilot? What language do you have to learn? You don't even gotta fly in America. Right? You gonna fly way in fucking China somewhere, but you gotta know English. Right? They tell you who's the rulers of the world. But
it's funny you say that because they got that little video with the Chinese girl trying to teach her brother Chinese about English, shit like that. But that's what they look at English like. If you want to be successful, you need to know English. So they push that on us. So we grew up like, hey, you want to learn Spanish, you want to learn French, like it's just an elective. If you want to have fun and go learn another language, do it. But we grew up just English, and we run the world just with that.
It's a broken tongue, man. We literally speaking gibberish, man. Go back into words in English, like the Hebrew words, they actually have meanings. Each letter has a meaning in it, But that's why I say all the foundations of the earth is out of course, man. But go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and it's stupid alone, just that in the English word that you could say the same word, spell it the same way, but say it three different ways.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. It's confusion, which the Lord is not about. But continuing on, it says, "Folly is set in great dignity." So like Ecclesiastes 10 and 6, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in a low place, which is the times that we live in right now. We got men of the Lord, on the highways and byways, just doing His work, and going home after this and going slave, for the rest of the week until this time come back around. All right, but the people sitting in the high places, they up there at the Diddy party, they over there on them islands, they over there having the time of their life. But these are the people that's ruling, that's in these high places. But it's nothing but folly and bullshit that they don't. But and then verse 7, it says, "I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth." All right, the horses, that's another way of power, being on your high horse, that you may hear that saying of. But just that explanation of servants on horses, man, these people are beneath them, all right? And they got these wash pots, these Asian people, these Chinese people who think that they next. But that's not the case, man. At some point in time, Lord willing is coming soon, those roads are going to reverse, man, and we're going to be back on our high horse with our power. Yeah. Got it, bro.
I got this is yeah, just going into what you was going into a little bit early. This Philippians 3:13. I started 13. It says, "Brethren, I come not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before. I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling of the Most High and Yahweh, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai." I'm going to jump to verse 20. It says, "For our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach." And that goes just into that point you had made. The same way Yahweh Shai left, that's where he's coming back from. Right? But that's what we look forward to, man. Because he's coming back with that reward. He's coming back to crown his men. Right? And that's when we're going to rule. That's when we gonna have dominion over the earth, right? And complete righteousness.
Read that the top part again.
Verse 14, 20,
13.
13. Yeah, Philippians 3 and 13. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before.
Right, because this truth is all about going forward, man. Right? You got falls, slip up, but it's all about going forward, man. I tell you in 2 Corinthians 16 and 78 around there that let not your sins weigh down, you know, because we still have a goal. It's a crown. It's something that we're trying to achieve. Read verse 14.
Verse 14.
Yep.
I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of the Most High in Yahweh Mashiach.
Right. So this is the word mark, all right, and it's not charagma, you see. And this is what we was just saying. They'll write mark in the scriptures, M-A-R-K, and it'll have 4 different meanings in the scriptures because you got to go back to the Greek. We try to go back to the Hebrew. There's root words, all right, in which these words actually mean. You see, but this the word mark. It's scopos, right, or scopos. It says the distant mark looked at, the goal or the end one has in view. You see? So when they say we press, all right, well, we are reaching for the goals, man. Hey, man, our only goal in this world, in this present life, is to get the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? Whether it be by debt or whether we be one of those who don't taste the debt, man. See? But it says, that was it. Well, that's the word prize. Real quick, it says of the heavenly reward for Christian character, man. Bring it out. This is Revelation 6 and 10, and it says, and they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, doest thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? Everybody morning crying out to the Lord, telling them, look, man, like we tired of this. Like we need you to hurry up and avenge us. Take these people out that did us wrong. No, I'm reading. This is Revelation 6 and 10, and it says, and he cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Lord, holy and true, doest thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? Yeah, it's a question, right? How long, oh Lord? It's something we say every day, like, man, how long, Lord? And when we gonna get the hell up out of here? All right? Because it's a continual prayer, all right, which is a curse that we were sending up to the Lord. All right. Sending up the Shalak Rayum, Wamash, send death, man, send evils, man, send judgments, man. See? How long, Lord? Because the Lord, He can't behold wickedness, man. See? And it may seem like a long time for us, but truly it's only been 2 days, man. You know? So we saying how long? It's been 2 days to the Lord. And we know that He's coming back sooner than the clock hit 12, man. Right? It ain't gonna be no 3rd day, let alone another 5 years, man. You know? Close to midnight. Yep, we close to midnight, man. Go ahead. Checking on you. Oh, my tongue, yeah. Let him bring this out real quick. Don't forget to
This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and 7. It says, therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
Right. So it's coming a point in time, right? Give me that Psalms 119 and 126. You know, keep going. It's coming. A time is coming, man. All right. For judgment to run rapid in the planet Earth, man. And I'm not talking about certain. No, we're talking about millions of people getting put to death, man. All right. And mass numbers, man. You know, go ahead, brother.
2 Ezra 15 and 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit.
Right. And which something is profane is outside the temple, right? And they're doing it purposely, man. You see? Go ahead.
Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cried unto me. and the souls of the just complain continually.
Right. So the elect are the ones crying out to the Lord because you got 2/3 of our people on this side that they're not crying out. They're comfortable. All right. They're here for the long time. All right. And a good time, man. Prolong it. They want to prolong this place, man. You know? But we here to get the hell out of here, man. All right. Because second Esdras 8, Bible telling me second Esdras 8 said he made this world for to come from. We got one more verse in that. Yeah. He made this world for many, or to come for few. Yeah. Go ahead.
This is second Esdras 15:9. It says, and therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and see unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Yeah. So the Lord is going to. Big ass motherfucker. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. They scared the shit out of me. No, cause I seen the homie, man. Yeah, no. No, man. They had something like that. Okay. You hear it, let's step up a little bit. They'll try to get busy, bro. That's like it. Hold on. That's the thing. Goddamn animals and shit. Insects. Yeah. You know, they get around too. You got a precept, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's how it happened. Once you feel that shit.
Got it?
Yeah. This is Ezekiel, 9 and 4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right, that mark of exemption, that mark of that's the word
mark again.
Yeah.
Well, one means a goal. Well, this one means a mark of exemption. Exactly. But it's just the word mark.
And you got another one with a mark of servitude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Correct. Yeah. Hey, but them two marks, they kind of go hand in hand because that's the reason that the men of the law, that's why we do what we do. Mm-hmm. So we could have that, get that mark of exemption, which ultimately is our end goal because that's our salvation.
But just backing up that Esdras, that second Esdras that brother brought out, the Lord is coming to redeem that innocent blood. Again for those people that's crying out for the Lord. But again, Ezekiel 9:4 says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry, that cry for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
So it's a blessing to actually be a part of those men that sign and crying, right? The men that the Lord is going to avenge. Well, He hears our prayers, man. Raphael, all right, the archangel, which is a Rapha Allah, all right, in the Hebrew, it means healing, man. See? Well, the Lord has a specific angel that sends up the prayers so that He can hear us, man. He ain't crying out just for nothing. Go ahead, Doc.
You can't forget about the OG scripture, what is it, the Ottawa Paul?
Yeah, the Ottawa Paul.
Which I was holding that too. But it says, verse 5, it says, and to the others he said, in the mind hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, that not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Play utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. But those people that's relaxed, and they chilling out here. They want another 1,000 years to go on. Out here. You the ones who the Lord got a mark on your head. That mark right there is that what do you call it? Like a gun, like a bullseye. A bullseye. That's the mark that y'all got.
Yeah.
We looking for that mark of exemption. Y'all got a mark of a bullseye on y'all head by being They relaxed into this hellhole that we live in. Yeah. But you got it, bro. I got it. And that sounds all pretty good.
Psalm chapter 119 and verse 26, it said, "It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law."
Yeah, it's time for the Lord to work, man. All right, it's time for the Lord to take action. Turn it this way a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord, he's getting ready to come out of his place. You know what I'm saying? Lord's getting ready to come forth with that judgment like we have never seen before. You know, so that's where we're at right now. The Lord is visiting the earth that he created. So it's time for the Lord to do his work. He's gonna make a speedy witness of this place very soon with that laser and chariot fire, also with those IBCM missiles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It said why? Because they made void thy law.
That's it.
So the law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord has set up for this place, all right, for us, they voided it out, man. They've told our people, hey man, you don't have to follow that. All right. You can follow what we're doing. And look at our people, man, in a docile state of mind.
Destroy.
Totally destroyed, man.
That's it.
You know? And they did it perfectly. Goddamn devil. Ooh, for real.
They crucified our Lord and Savior.
That's good.
They covered the face of the judge. Job chapter 9 and 24.
Yeah.
But it reads a little bit better in the NLT. Yeah, Psalm chapter 19 and verse 126 in the NLT. It said, Lord, it is time for you to act. It said, for these evil people have violated your instruction. So see, the Lord, he get ready, he getting ready to violate. The Lord get ready to show you what time it is very soon. What was warning before destruction. So we ready to the closing end of this ministry. You know, it says only for a certain time. Only election we get it, and after that, the Lord's gonna show forth that judgment like you have never seen before. You got it, man.
So we are crying to the Lord to act, man. His work. See? Because these evil people, what it said, have violated your instructions, man.
Oh man, it violated, man.
Hey man, you violated the Lord, man. And you violated his people.
Let's read that one more time.
Yeah, read it again, brother.
Psalm chapter 119 and 126 in the NLT. It said, Lord, it is time for you to act, for these evil people have violated your instructions.
And who have violated the Lord's instructions, man? You tell us.
I'm telling you.
All right. I got to get it in Job. You know?
All right, okay.
Because the Lord gave you the earth.
That's it.
He gave you a appointed time that you needed the rule for, as he promised you, all right, in Genesis the 27th chapter, man. All right. But it's time for that shit to go. You know? It's time for that shit to go. It's time for the Lord to act, man. Because the kingdom of heaven, it needs to be established on the planet Earth, man. You know? Go ahead, bring yours up. This is Sirach 35. I'll start at verse 16. It says, he that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds. The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds. Until it come nigh, he will not be comforted and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. And you spoke about the sign and crying, because that's a form of prayer also. That's a prayer up to the Lord. All right. Verse 18, for the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten and sundered the loins of the unmerciful, and repaid vengeance to the heathen, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud, and broken the scepter of the unrighteous. Till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, and to the works of men according to their devices, till he have judged the cause of his people, and made them to rejoice in his mercy. All right. Yeah, and that's pretty much the point. Yeah, man, because the Lord not gonna be slack. All right, because this ain't no vain sacrifice, bro. I'll the men of the Lord, I was signing, crying, I was prophesying. It's reaching up into the ears of the Lord. It says it pierced the clouds. So the Lord gonna make good on his promise, all right, to repay his people, man, to plead that cause for his people, man, and to break the scepter of the unrighteous. You got it.
Just backing you up, brother. This is Psalms 94. I'm gonna start at the top. It says, O Lord, thy power, to whom vengeance belongeth. O God, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud. Lord, how long should the wicked, like Lord, how long should the wicked triumph? How long shall they utter and speak hard things, and all the workers of iniquity boast themselves? They break in pieces thy people, O Lord, and afflict thine heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger, and murder the fatherless. Yet they say the Lord shall not see, neither should the power of Jacob regard it. Understand ye British among understand ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? All right, but the point was, just that crying out, calling out what these devils doing, man. Calling out what these devils doing, calling out what even 2/3 of our people are doing. You know, we are righteously snitching, righteously snitching to the Lord of the evils that's been done, on this planet Earth, man. And again, we gotta mention that 2/3 of our people ain't safe either. What y'all been doing to the prophets, big matters of calling in on brothers' jobs, causing just complete utter chaos and destruction to brothers' lives, trying to throw people off they horns.
That's it. The 2/3, they already done violate. The Lord said, first my judgment will start in the house of Israel. You wicked Negro, you wicked Latino, you wicked Native Indian. The Lord's coming for your ass first. It's time for the Lord to show forth his great glory and great power. We here, man. We sad and cried. If you're not saying any damn thing, then you're a part of the damn problem. Okay, man.
Because say what you said again. It was a point I wanted to make. I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. It's some of that. What I want me to repeat? What I said?
Repeat it. It might come back.
Okay. Well, I was saying like the 2/3. They already have violated. You know what I'm saying? And so we see it right now. The Lord, is getting ready to bring forth his judgment. He said, first my judgment will start at the house of Israel. You wicked Negro, you wicked Latino, you wicked Native Indian, the one that did not want to return. You constantly want to, you love it here. But you get ready to be unalive here. You get ready to die here. Want to put something with it? Look at it. Oh, man, it'll come back around, man.
Go ahead, man. Get that. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, man. I'm going to get that toe bed. Go home. Go ahead, huh? This is Luke chapter 8. This is Luke chapter 18, verse 7. Yes, bro. Red letter Yahushua. And shall not Yahweh Bashim El Shai avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him? He bear along with them. Yeah, so the Lord bear along with us.
That's it.
He's sitting on the right hand of the Heavenly Father. According to Timothy, he's the mediator, right? So he pleading to the Lord, man, the Most High, to come.
How long, Lord? How long?
Like he checking the clock with the Most High. Look, he looking at his watch, man. He ready to go on the throne. So God. Go ahead, all right. Verse 8. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Question mark. Say something? Yeah, God. Yeah, we're bearing long and suffering in this hell. So we're waiting for the Lord to come back. We're waiting for our Lord Yahweh to deliver us up out of here.
That's right, man.
Read that last part again. Just the whole verse 8? Yeah. This is Luke chapter 17, verse 8. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Question mark. Yeah, and that's a question. Well, when Yahushua leap off the throne, is he gonna find faith on the earth, man? See? Yes, he will. Yes. Because the elect, the ones that have been praying, sighing, and crying, they're the ones who are catching hell now. All right. So in the latter times that they can cash in on that faith, man. All right. On the stuff that the Lord has built them up through their afflictions, through their adversities, man. Well, if they're gonna cash in on that. But bring that Tobit out real quick to back up the brother. That's correct. What that was, 30 something, 35? Okay. Yeah, bring it up.
Okay, it's Tobit
That's another one in Revelation.
Chapter 12 and verse 15 said, I am Raphael, said one of the 7 holy angels, said which present the prayers of the saints and which go in and out before the glory of the Holy One.
Yeah, that's it. Get it from me. Yeah, read it again because he's the one. His name. That's why I said names are omens, right? Because he's the healing. So he literally is going in and out before the presence of the Lord, man. presenting the things that we are continually crying, all right, sighing, complaining, all right, because those are parts of healing, man.
That's it.
You see? Go ahead, brother.
All right. It says here again, Toby chapter 12 and verse 15. It said, I am Raphael, so one of the seven holy angels,
Right.
which present the prayers of the saints and which go in and out before the glory of the Holy One.
Yeah, so he's going in and out before the glory of the Most High, all right, presenting the prayers. And the Lord, he hears our prayers. The brother read it. It pierced the clouds, man. You see? So he's hearing them, and ultimately it's going to come that time. He answers our prayers now, man. See? They throw up some quick prayers for the Lord to help him with something, and it happens immediately, man.
That's it. All
the time. Go ahead, we'll make a point.
Oh, yeah. It's just like we go to, I think that's Proverbs, that Proverbs 5 and 3, where it said, eyes of the Lord in every place.
Yes.
It said, beholding the good and the evil. So that's right there. That's telling you that the eyes of the Lord, which in fact Raphael is one of the eyes of the Lord. You know, he's one of the angels that's going back and forth, you know, beholding the good and the evil. You know, it's a report left and right. Lord this, Lord that, you know. So that's what we see right now. The Lord is visiting the earth that he created. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. So, you know, every day we constantly like chatting this play down. How long, O Lord? Disappoint him. Cast him down. Ready to get the hell out of this nightmare. Yeah.
That's what the angels do. They see, they take notes, and they report it, man.
That's it.
See? Go ahead, bro. Make a point. Yeah, I was about to say, and they don't say the prayers are just going up to the. It says it's piercing the clouds.
Yeah, it reaches to the
So
heaven.
that's a very important message. That's an urgent message, man.
That's right.
That's how you know. That's how you know the. I was sighing and crying. All right, it's not for nothing, man. I was begging our prayers. It's not for nothing, bro. He said he the one delivering the prayers up, and it said it piercing the clouds, bro. Come on, it's the word pierce in the online etymology. It says to force one's way through, to thrust through, or as a sharp or pointed instrument. Oh, to drive through, to pierce. So our prayers literally being forced to the Lord, man. Forced, man. Bring that revelation on, all right? Because Jake don't have no faith, man. Jake don't have no goddamn hope, man.
Or hope for nothing. Yeah, when you evil things that he's seeing right before him, you know what I'm saying? Or I can see it, but I can believe it. But you get ready to see it again.
Believe the things that they can see, which is why the Lord said, "Blessed are your eyes and your ears, for they hear, man." All right.
Oh, you talking about that one?
He said the just shall what?
I get that.
He said the just shall live by faith and not by what sight?
Not by
that
sight.
blind faith. You know what I'm saying? You believing in things that you have not seen, but what? Yet you believe.
That's right, man.
See? That's where we at right now.
Because what is faith if you can see it, man?
That's what I'm saying. What is hope if you can see it? It's partly.
But when you don't see it, you know what I'm saying? And then when it comes time to when it's being shown, it makes you even want even more because the whole time you knew that it was done. You're just waiting for the time to do it.
That's just like right here. You know, we got faith. Like you know this is air out here, but we don't even see it.
Right.
See? That's up, man. The Lord don't change. He's there.
This is Revelation 8 and 3, and it says, and another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he shall offer it with the prayer of all the saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before the Most High out of the angel's hand. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth. And there were voices and thundering and lightning and earthquakes. Right, and what's a golden censer? All right, like when you burn the frankincense, the myrrh. Give me that in 2 Corinthians 2:15. Get that word censer. In that strong. 8 and 24. Yeah. Okay. Give me that because you go into that word censer. I believe it goes in 2:15. It's something that's pleasing. It's something, you know how you smell something and it's like savory. Yeah, it's a sweet savor. Yeah. All right. So our prayers is a sweet savor unto the Lord. Man.
That's it.
You know? You got the word? Kind of got the word censer. Yep. The word censer in the Greek, it means like bottle toss, and it goes into the gum exuding from the frankincense tree, a censer. So if brothers, if they're in a burning, like I like to put the frankincense on a little coal, all right, well, it's sticky, right? And it's a gum, right, that you put on a coal and it burns. It burns off this savior. All right, go ahead. That was it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. It says a censer for burning. Yeah, so that's what it is, man. That was it in that Revelation 8, right? Give me Psalms 141 and 1, I think. Bring that out real quick. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. If you go into the root word, it basically says perfume. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, we
Put
burn
on
this shit.
perfume and what? Smells good. Yeah, cologne, perfume. But that's what that is, man. It's pleasing. It's pleasing. So the Lord is pleased with our prayers, man. Lord willing, we be able to elect. All right. Yeah, the 2 Corinthians 2 and 15. For we are unto the Most High a sweet savor of a Mashiach, and them that are saved and in them that perish. Yeah, so we are unto the Lord as a sweet Savior, right? Preaching His gospel, doing the things that's pleasing in the sight of the Lord, putting up the prayers, putting up the curses, man. Well, these things that Raphael presents to him, it's a sweet Savior. So the Lord's like I could, I like this, I like this. I like to keep smelling it, right? And once the Lord gets to a point where He's totally pleased with it, He's gonna desire that we sit with Him, man. You see? And that's what it's coming to. All right. You know? Go ahead. You wanna make a point? No, I was just saying that's real beautiful how you put it, so much that, just your prayers and all that is pleasing to the Lord, how much He wants you around Him. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Go ahead. Psalm 141. Yeah. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 141, verse 1. Lord, I cry unto thee, make haste unto me. Give ear unto my voice when I cry unto thee. Verse 2. Let my prayer be set before thee as incense, and the lifting up of my hands as the evening sacrifice. Right. So when you pray, your hands supposed to be lifted up to the face the east, right? And you lift your hands up to the heavens, man. You don't sit there and just pray like this, man. All right. That's called the Vesica Pisces, man. It's satanic, man. You know? Sex worship. Yeah, it's sex worship. It's it's a vagina, man. You know? You don't pray like this. You pray, you lift your hands up to the Lord with your hands in the air, facing the east, man. And it said what? Read to again. Back in Psalms 141, verse 2. Let my prayer be set before thee as incense, and the lifting up of my hands as an evening sacrifice. Right. It's a sacrifice, man. You know, some brothers get real deep into the prayers, man. You light your frankincense and myrrh, all right? Or you may have an actual incense, that's a frankincense incense. You burn that and get in the closet and get busy, man. For a few minutes, all right? But that's a sacrifice, man. That's your form of offering a sacrifice to the Lord. And what's best offer we can do that, man. You know. But your brothers have anything? Continue.
Yeah, no, I got you. Just backing up to your point.
Oh yeah, I got something about the Lord here. I pray, but it might go fast.
Nah, you good. Bring it up.
No, pretty much it's just what we're supposed to be doing in this time. Again, you can always go back to the scriptures and see examples of it. All right. So what is one of the examples of somebody fearing for their life, praying to the Lord constantly, and the Lord helping them? King David. All right. King David was on the run for a minute, with his life on the line. As he got up in his older age, but every time he prayed to the Lord, the Lord came through and allowed King David to die on his deathbed. You know, but this is the Book of Psalms, chapter 34. It says, Psalms 34. I'm gonna stop at 7. It's quick, but it says, "I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul should make her boast in the Lord. The humble should hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt His name together. I sought the Lord, and He heard me and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto Him and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of his trouble. The angel of the Lord encampeth around about them that fear Him and delivered them." All right, but the point is, what in the times of trouble, if you on the Lord's good side, if you're doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing for the Lord, the Lord got you, man. All right, as long as you throwing up the prayers, you're doing His work, you're being brotherly, which is not a tall task for people to do. But at the end of the day, as long as you have the what was it, the mercies of David, that's what we're looking for. All right, because we know how David transgressed. We know how King Solomon transgressed. But the thing is that they knew where their power lay and tried to do things right to get back under the good grace of Yahweh Shemel Shah.
That's why I said you can't let your shortcomings, your flaws, your slips, your mishaps weigh you down, man.
Yeah.
Because the Lord understands that we're in these bodies. Why you think He gonna change the bodies, man?
Right.
You see? Yeah. And we can't be justified by keeping the laws anyway. We try our best to, you know.
That sets you apart.
Yeah,
We gonna get rehearsed. That's all we can do right now.
At least, we trying with something. 2/3 of our people just don't give a fuck.
They don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? They got to go back in the camp. They got to get melted down. It's Micah chapter 7 and verse 9, it said, I would bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my case and execute judgment for me, and he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. So that's exactly what's happening. Go ahead.
because listen. We can't get away from the judgment of the Lord.
Yeah.
We still paying for things that we've done in our past lives.
That's it.
All right, the past lives before our past lives, man.
That's right.
So whatever indignation that the Lord brings upon us, which is indignation, is righteous anger,
That's
man.
it.
All right, whatever He brings upon us, we just gotta sit there and take it, man. You see?
Who is the big example? Yahweh Shah.
Yes.
That's it.
He walked a perfect life in that form as Yahweh Shah. But if you go back into his regenerations, his past,
That's it.
where he messed up as David, Solomon, he messed up as Adam, you could go through the book and look and see that, it's a reason why you have to pay for that.
That's it.
Right? Pay for your wrongdoing,
Yeah, that's why we ask the Lord, to forgive us for our sin and our past life, also in this life, that we don't know what the hell we done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Any day the Lord could pull that receipt and call us up right then and there, But until then, it's work.
Yeah, some men that's a part of the elect had their hands saying, crucify Yahweh Shai, man. Yeah. Why you think on the cross He said, forgive them, for they know not what they're doing? See? Hey, man, some men had their hands in that, man. Yeah. That's a part of the elect. See? The Lord not forgiving the 2/3. They got to get judged. They got to get judged, man. You see? But the Lord prayed on the cross for the elect, man. See? But that's hella mercy, man.
That's it.
But go ahead. That was it.
That's all I had. Just like I say, we burn that indignation, that righteous anger. So we know that we sinned before the Lord, but now we're in the time of great deliverance right now. So we're seeing that the Lord now is changing the vibration. We're seeing that the tables are turning. But we are rejoicing right now because we know we almost out of here, man. See, the prophets are speaking loud and clear, man. All we got to do is keep waiting on the Lord. That's why the Lord said in Zephaniah chapter 3 and 8, wait on me till I rise against the prey. That's what we're waiting on, Lord. Lord is gathering the nation. Getting ready to put us back in our first estate. You got it, man.
That's all we can do is wait, man. Patient. Go ahead. That's all. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead, no. Yeah, Second Maccabees 7:32. It says, "For we suffer because of our sins." Right? Because we don't just go through the things we go through for nothing. Right? It might be a proving you and trying you, but the Lord killed 10 birds with one stone, bro. That's it, bro. He getting you back for something too, probably. Right? Because we go off. Get that in Proverbs 16. I got to move. Yeah. Verse 33, and though the living Lord be angry with us a little while chastening and correcting you, right thing,
That's it.
right? Yet shall he be at one again with the servant.
That's it.
All punishment.
Be back good again.
It's not the end all be all.
That's it.
But
This Sirach chapter 35, verse 17. The prayer of the humble pierces the clouds. Till it come nigh, you will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall be made to judge righteously and execute judgment. So like whenever we pray, we're trying to like we're praying to the Lord at night. Usually, like we're not gonna be able to stop praying until like the Lord delivers us about it. Yeah, we're gonna be in the midst of trouble, and we're gonna cry and pray to the Lord. He's gonna hear us, man. All right. It's the scripture I'm thinking about. It say, "I cried to the Lord, and He heard my prayers and delivered me out of all." You know what I'm talking about? It's in Psalms. I can't think exactly what it is. Something like that. They say He delivered me out of all my troubles, man. You know, that might be. It's in Psalms right there in between the 20s and 30s. I can't call it. You know, something. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, this is the book of Psalms 120, verse 1. In my distress, I cried unto the Lord, and He heard me. Verse 2. Deliver my soul, O Lord, from lying lips. And what it said, I cried to Him in distress, and He heard me. Yeah, we're going to be crying out to the Lord in the middle of Jacob's trouble, man. And He's going to deliver us, man. You see? And that's why it's important brothers have these Hebrew classes, all right? Going into Hebrew words. Give me that in the prologue of Sirach, man. You know? Yeah. Got that? You holding something, right? I got that. You got that prologue? Give me that. Right? Yeah, this is the Rock One. All right, the prologue. This is the prologue of the wisdom. Don't read it, brother. Just get the point. Oh, yeah, I'm tripping. Hey, let me find it. It's the one. I'm tripping, brother. Yeah, it's right here. I found it. It says, I'm gonna read the sentence. It says, all right, it says, "Wherefore, let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention, and to pardon us, wherein we may seem to come short of some words which we have labored to interpret." Yes, it said, "Wherefore, let me entreat you and read it with favor and attention, and that to excuse us, man, because we tried." Give me that Zephaniah 3 and 9. You know, we tried, all right, with that you know, try to Hebrew to be on point, you know. You're saying our prayers, saying the auto one law, you know, all the way through, but it's mishaps, you know. Sometimes it's things that we can't perfect in the Hebrew, right? And it's not meant for us to perfect it. And it's not meant for us to perfect it. In times of distress, in times of trouble, we got enough words that we could just call straight to the Lord, man. You know, and this is why. Go ahead. It says, all right, I'm right here. It says, "Wherein we may seem to come short of some words which we have labored to interpret, for the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them." Yep. The same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue, right? Translated to the Greek, to the Latin, to Old English, to the New English. You see, the things that we speak, it don't have the same power in them, all right, as the words that we speak in the Hebrew. Want to say something? Because it was lost in translation. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. Read down to where it say, and not only these things, read down to where it say their own, all the way down to their own language. Yeah. All right, it says, "For the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them." They don't have the same force, right? You don't have. You could say just like with the names, man. You call on, oh God, calling on Jesus. That ain't never changed nothing, man. You see, you call on Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. That changed shit, man. All right, all the way from the times that our elder apostles, their elders hit the scenes. Hey, man, shit has been changing, man. Calling on those names, but here it was. Jake was calling on Jesus for 400 years, and ain't shit changed, man. You see, that's the power of having that Hebrew, right? That's the force of it, man. You know. Go ahead. All right. It says, and not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets.
So not only these things, but the law and the prophets, which represents the Old Testament, right? Because that's all it was called. Yahweh had said, "Hand me the scrolls." It was the books of the law and the prophets. Man, go ahead.
And the rest of the books have no small difference.
Yep.
When they are spoken in their own language.
Right. When they're spoken in their own language, man. All right. Which is why in the Greek, all right, the Roman captivities, these things were changed. The Hebrew was changed to what? Greek. It was changed to Latin, man. So it was a big thing to take away the Hebrew from them. You know, we call up the names of the Lord, send up prayers in the Hebrew. Well, like I said earlier, shit happens like that, man.
That's just power.
You
That's
know,
the language he gave us.
yeah. And that's why we have faith in that. Go ahead.
But that's also, a reason why that they took that away from us. That's a main reason. If you know that everybody at that time knew about Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, our power reigned and knew, everybody knew his terror.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they know if we disconnect just that alone, that takes them away from their power. They're going to be defeated in the battle. They're going to go into captivity. Just because they don't have that direct name to call them. And it, fast forward to this day, that Jesus Christ is the person you call on.
Yeah.
Allah is the person you call on. We don't show them their source or that direct line of how to get to their power. That's why
Right.
fuck us over.
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's our heritage.
Right.
So all right, so they take the language, they take the language, make us forget the language, but we know that our power, his name is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, so when they take the language and we start speaking English in these broken tongues, we forget the name. Because the name not Jesus Christ, the name not Allah, the name not Yahweh, it's not these different names.
Yeah.
His name is his name in Hebrew. That's his name. That's his only name.
I seen a big post on praises to YW. What it is?
Yahweh.
YW.
The YW.
Whatever. The 4 letters. The 4 letters.
Oh,
Like it's supposed to be the Hebrew
yeah.
for these right here, right? Which is YHWH. I think that's how it is.
Yeah.
But these are the Hebrew words,
Yeah.
right? Yah, ha, wah, ha, right? And, it's the other way, right? No. It's like that on purpose.
Oh, on purpose. Oh,
Yeah.
God. For the Hebrew right there.
Because I'm looking at it, I read it from left to right, but whatever. Yeah. So but that's what it is. It's Yah, ha, wah, and ha, right? I think it is right. Yeah. Yah, ha, wah, ha. Yeah, that's ha. So but that's right. That's what it is, man. Right? You call on God. What is change? God, help us. God, please. Well, God just means power.
Right.
What's it?
Real quick before you get the point. It's just the typical thing of just being a man walking on the streets. If you know what your name is, and I just call you, hey, John, you don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna turn my head if somebody keep on telling me, hey, Jerome, hey, please, whatever. You call me whatever. I'm not gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna answer him. No, that's not my name.
That's not my name.
Call me by my name, and I'm gonna listen to you.
Like the translation. If you know that all that's been lost during the translation, which nigga will call them back in the day because the J wasn't been until like the 1524.
Yeah.
So you think they were calling him, I don't say that, but
Jesus. They was calling them Isos. I think it's Isis. It is. Isus. Before the J was invented, like the brother said in the early 1500s. So before that, what was the name?
you think they're gonna be calling them? Look, it's Zeus. Never walk past, you know what I'm saying? But if you say Yahweh Shai, he's gonna turn. He's gonna tell you. But that's dumb. A lot of people want to be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who I was talking to, this woman, about some stupid ass shit. I'm like, how would you feel if somebody call you out your name and stuff like that? They're like, oh, I feel the wrong way. Yeah. Then they get into that whole bullshit of, you can call him any name, but you still gonna know. Yeah. She said you could call him Yo Play Yoga. I said, man, that's hard. I said, if you want somebody to call you by your name is just calling you by your name, it holds a lot of respect. You understand? So you call somebody out their name, they're not gonna respect you. They're not gonna answer you, man. Not give you the attention. Oh, here, Jesus Christ, bro.
Man, who the fuck is you talking to, man? Come on. Yeah, you talking to.
And according to Jesus Christ, it's going to earth being. Jesus Christ. It's going to be destroyed.
Lord ain't even asking who they talking
Yeah.
to. He don't hear them. But y'all ain't, I know y'all ain't talking to me.
Who the fuck is they praying to? Who the fuck is God? Who the fuck is that? And no other name you shall be saved by it. By Hashem Yahweh.
Get that in Acts 4:12.
You know what I'm saying?
What is
Holding that. Give me that Zephaniah. Because we about, hey man, this is all things that we need to get the kingdom, man.
that's that?
That key. Yeah. That's the what you call it, the access code. You walk up to the they walk up to the gate. Brothers have had different dreams, and a brother asks you password.
Yeah, you mean Jesus Christ. Get him.
You say Jesus Christ, and your head just come off. Man.
Go ahead, brother. Get evaporated.
Yeah. Turn the pilot right there.
Yeah.
Password. Next person comes.
Yahweh.
Y'all they're gonna say then they're gonna say it's Yeshua.
Are you wrong again?
Yeah, ain't wrong. Right? The names to be saved is Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah, right.
Yahweh Shai is like I said, the Hebrew names, they are omens, right? It means he delivers or he saves, man. And which the Lord is coming back to do what? To save us, right?
To save us.
The Most High's name is Yahweh.
He saved, he delivered.
When you call on Yahweh, you got to call on Yahweh Shai because Yahweh Shai is immediate.
You can't get John 14:6, man. You can't skip Yahweh Shai, man.
The immediate.
Which is why we say Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
Because we call on the the bird said come.
Right. You ready to go too?
What's Yahweh, the Most High God, Yahweh, it means he is or he is to be, man. The existing one. All right? Bring that out. Bring that Zephaniah.
But
You want to make a point?
I was going to say, like, that's why a lot of them dudes in the mother camps, they got a lot of blood on them. It's the name in itself.
Most High Christ bless.
Get this right quick for y'all. This goes right with what you
Go ahead.
4:12 said, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. So that's plain and simple. Don't know the true names of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai. Your ass is getting ready to be unalive.
That's right.
It's just plain and simple. That's it.
It said no other name.
No other name.
So it's one name.
Brother, how is that even any type of confusion? What that's going on. If you read the scriptures, the scripture is telling you, oh, watch out, brother.
Shit,
that bird shit, that bitch is missing. Yeah, like it, brother. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, you good. It just missed you, brother. But yeah, you see all through the scriptures it's telling you one name. What is his name? But then you got people telling you, oh, the name don't matter. You could call him by one of his titles. Yeah, they have different titles, but they have one name. So how could you get past that? And like you backing up Bana, them people got blood on their hands because that's keeping people away from that power. That's a sin. Yeah, kind of. What they doing? They scared. They thought that hell the way.
Hold on, brother. We gotta be.
Got words.
You got words. We getting backed up. You got that.
Oh, you got it.
You want you can get it. I can back it up for something else.
I got some more.
Hold back Zechariah 14:9. Read that.
This is Zephaniah 3:9, and it says, "For then will I turn to the people a pure language that they may call upon my name of Yahweh to serve him with one consent."
Right. It says, then when I turn to my people a pure language, right? In which the pure language is the Paleo Hebrew, all right, which is the ancient tongue, which is why when you see all these different ancient stones, these different archives, these things that are found, right? Case in point would be the lost cornerstone, right? When you go into the words that's actually written on it, it's the words that's actually written on the garment, right? These Hebrew characters, man. All right, Yahweh Shai, that's what you see on these stones, man. All right, showing you that our people knew the Hebrew and our people praised the Lord, all right, in the Hebrew, man. See, that's the pure language that the Lord is giving back to us now, right? Because in order to get the kingdom, we gotta have access to the Hebrew, right? And you gotta believe that we have the Hebrew, man. That's something that's very important for salvation. See, because if we just speaking in English, asking the Lord to deliver us, well, we just read in the prologue of Sirach that it don't have the same force, right? It don't have the same power. Go ahead.
Hey, brother, I remember the first time coming out, and you could vouch with me. You know, the first time brothers came out and saw videos, and we heard how by Shimmy, I was shot by Shimmy.
Yeah.
It was gibberish when I first heard it, but
Yeah.
it was like, what is that?
What is that? Yeah, yeah.
What's that? I don't know. I
Yeah.
never heard that before, but what is that? I need to know
Yeah.
what that is. You know, and then it gets to the point that brothers saying it, I'm stopping the video. This
Like,
is yeah.
oh, yeah.
But it's music to my ears as I'm hearing it. You hear me? And you get to that point, you know, of like how beautiful and how things just really just got unlocked in your head once you understood the names of the Lord. You know, that's one of the keys to our salvation. Knowing the names of the Lord, man.
Yeah. That's why the brother read it and said that there's no salvation in any other name. So you can't be saved unless you calling on Yahweh or Yahweh child, man. You know? Bring yours out. Love the shot. Yeah. Malachi 2:1. Give me that Malachi 3 and 16. Then we're gonna get the Proverbs. Then what you got? Zechariah 14.
Yeah, 14. I got other
Bring it
ones.
out.
All right. Malachi chapter 3, verse 16 said, Then they that fear the Lord spake often one to another.
Right. Who are the ones that fear the Lord? The elect, man. The hopeful elect who ought to be the elect. We fear the Lord. And we do what? We speak often to one another. You see? Go ahead.
It says, And the Lord hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name. So like,
Right. So them a book of remembrance, all right, which is the scriptures, all right. This is how we think upon the Lord's name, because we go into the LORD in all caps, all right. We go into GOD in all caps, right. You go into actually breaking down the root words, right, breaking down the word, what is it? Exodus. Give me that. Exodus 3. You know, when the Lord showed Moses and told him this is my name. You know, oh Yahweh, man, right? Yeah, bring that up. What you got? I told you 17, 17. Yeah, that should be it. The election praise is going to be it. Yeah, go ahead.
It's the book of Exodus. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse verse 13. It says, And Moses said unto Yahweh Bashem Shai, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The power of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them? And thy power said unto Moses, I am that I am.
Right? And that's why you got these goddamn fools, all right, that teach that the name of the Lord is a higher, a higher, right? Which means that I am that I am, because the Lord was speaking in third person, all right, saying I am that. No, that's not my name, because that's why it's going to be a clarification that Moses is going to say. Go ahead.
Verse 14, it says, And Yahweh Bashem Shai said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel,
So when you go and tell them what the name is, go tell them this. Go ahead.
I am had sent me unto you.
I am. He is Yahweh. All right. He sent me. All right. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Nah, right there. That's why the Hebrew is important. All right, because if you know what the he is Yah. Yah means he. Is Awa. You know, is to be. You know, which translated to his name. You know,
You go till I can finish.
no, that's people not thinking that that's something important to get into. That's important. That your salvation is on the line of knowing, just like what you talked about. We don't know all the Hebrew,
Right.
but we know the Hebrew that matters.
Right.
You know, and that's one of those ones that matter of just calling on to the Lord.
Yeah, because whatever, I forget the exact point of view that was where I am. When you go into the actual, it wasn't third, it was a different point of view, because the I, it actually means he, all right? And the M, it actually is. So that's why we say he is. Yahweh, all right? He is, or he to be. I think it's second person. you know. But finish that out.
Uh,
I forget. I haven't been over that.
it says, verse 15, and Yahweh Shem Shai said, moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Lord thy power of your fathers, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob has sent me unto you. This is my name forever.
Oh, the name changed.
This is my name forever.
Oh, it's a different language.
This is my name forever.
And man, the Lord said, "This is my name forever, man."
Mm-hmm.
All right. Go ahead.
This is my memorial unto all generations.
Unto all generations. So going back to that book of remembrance, all right, that was written for us. Well, bring that back out. You still got it? If you got it off, it is cool. But you know, and the Lord said, "This is the memorial." All right, Zion, the monument for all the generations, man. You know, at the latter times, it was prophesied that during the Great Awakening, right, when the Lord breathed the breath of air back onto us in a valley of dry bones. All right. Well, this is a prophecy, man, that we were going to call upon His names and think. That's what it says. That's what I was thinking about. Think upon the name. Go ahead.
Okay, it says here, Malachi chapter 3 and verse 16 said, then they feared the Lord and spake often one to another. So, and the Lord hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name.
Right. So for those that fear the Lord, those that thought upon the Lord's name, man. All right. Which that is happening now. You think upon the Lord's name every morning.
That's it.
Call Lord Yahweh by Shem Shai. Right. That's what we do. You know, bring that 17 out. We're gonna get that. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 17, verse 10. The elect shall praise his holy name. Read it. This is Sirach, chapter 17, verse 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Who? And the elect shall praise his holy name. So these people saying, "Oh, we don't have the true names. Oh, the Lord he's going to give us a new name." No, man. It said the elect gonna praise his holy name. Holy means to be separate. All right. So the names that all of these different guys that call themselves so-called call themselves in the truth, right? Or so-called know the truth, and they calling on Jesus, they calling on Yahweh. All right. Well, they not a part of the elect, man. You know. So, that's what I'm saying. You know. But,
You want that real quick?
yeah, I'll bring it up.
You know, just a little.
I got the Exodus right there.
You go read it.
Yeah, this Exodus 3 and 14. It says, and the Most High said unto Moses, I am that I am. He said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am had sent me unto you.
So right now, the Lord is speaking in first person.
First person.
All right. So let's go on and let's see what first person is. All right. It says a first person narrative is a mode of storytelling in which a storyteller recounts events from their own point of view, using the first person, such as I, us, our, and ourselves. It may be narrated by a first person protagonist or other focal character. You know, a protagonist, that's the main person of the story. All right. And it says, I, the nominative singular pronoun used by a speaker in referring to himself or herself.
Right.
All right.
So when Moses said, and the power said unto Moses, I am that I am, he was speaking in first person, referring to himself. That's why he used the word I. Right? Okay.
Second person point of view is a point of view where the audience is made a character. This is done with the use of second person pronouns like you.
Yep.
The narrator could be literally addressing the audience, but more often the second person referent of these stories is actually some character within a story.
Right.
All right. But
So
now
he wasn't speaking in second person.
Right.
Because it said what?
It says the second person point of view
What's
is
the pronouns? Get that right.
Pronouns like you. That's the one.
So you don't see the word you, right? You see I. Go ahead.
All right.
Third person.
Third person says in the third person, it's a narrative mode. The narration refers to all characters with third person pronouns like he, she, or they.
Right.
And never first or second person pronoun. And read Exodus 3:15.
verse 15. And the Most High said, moreover, unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yahweh, the Lord, the Lord Yahweh, power of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob have sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations.
Right. So when Moses went to speak to the Lord, when he went to speak to the people of Israel, he spoke to them in third person, right? Because the third person uses what? He. So he is sent me, right? The Lord said, I am, because he was speaking in first person about himself. He was speaking about himself, all right? So he said, moreover, go tell him, I am sent you. So when Moses goes back to tell him, he says, he is sent me. Because I'm not going to go and tell, hey, I am sent you. I'm talking about myself. If I go and say, I am sent me, all right? Which is why that's vital to knowing what it actually is. Go ahead, Byron.
Yeah, and that moreover, synonym to that word moreover is kind of like nevertheless.
Yeah.
You know, so nevertheless, he told you what to say, but tell them, this. And that's basically what happened. He sent Moses away for Moses to go and tell them his name, not Moses' name. Because if Moses would have walked up there in the first person, like you said, Ahia, I believe, he would have been there telling the people that I am, I'm the Lord, and they would have looked at him crazy, but he is, what Moses went to tell the children of Israel, which is the name of Yahweh, our power.
Got that LORD in all caps. Is that 15?
Yeah, this is that word Lord in all caps in the Exodus 3 and 15. It's 8, 30, 68. Right, and it says,
Read it, the pronunciation.
20,068. Jehovah.
Right. Which in the Paleo Hebrew, right? There are no D's and there are no E's in the Hebrew, man. Right? The correct reading of it would be Yahweh. All right? Yahweh. Actually, but there's a connector when you go into the Hebrew that takes away the A. So it's just Yahweh. See what?
Yeah, that right there. They can sit here and laugh and understand what's being said right now because we studied the alphabet. So basically, if that letter, is not in the Hebrew alphabet, that's not part of the name. So like the brother said, it has no V or no Va type of sound in the Hebrew alphabet, but there is a Yah, there's a Ha, there's a Wa, Yah, Ha, Wa. So just backing up, but that's why the importance of the Hebrew is very, very important, man. At least the name, Obviously, you want to do more and, have prayer. So you can anoint yourself, you can anoint your family, you can bless your house, you can bless your food. You can keep these prayers, continuously, especially in the times of trouble, calling on the Lord, when you need him to help you, put curses on people, that causes trouble to you, put your life on the line, put your family life on the line, that's the power of the Hebrew and, having that connection. How about you now?
Yeah, but it says that, what that Proverbs 18 says, name of the Lord is a strong
Power, yeah.
The righteous running to it, and it's safe.
Yeah.
let me see the definition of this word. Because it basically says, Jehovah, the brother just explained it. Right? But it goes back to the existing one. The proper name of the one true power. Unpronounced except with the vowel point.
Wait. It says the who?
The proper name
No, the first one.
the existing one.
The existing one. He is. That's what it means. He is. He exists. He exists, man. He is to be. So past, future, and present. I'm him. I'm basically, hey man, the Lord said I'm him.
That's it.
I'm him. That's it. He just said, look, I'm him, man.
Hey, but he ain't gonna be talking to Moses and saying he is.
Yeah.
He's talking about himself.
That's it.
He's like, I am.
Yeah.
I am. But his name is, what it goes back to. Moses had to go tell the people like he is.
Yeah.
Yahweh.
I was saying. He the existing one. That's our power, which is why it reiterated it in 15. You know that he's the existing one. And it said what in the rest of 15? It says when it talks about the power of the fathers of Isaac, right? Because this after the book of Genesis, right? Isaac, so like Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, right? That was the power of our fathers. So they knew the history. They knew the things, the great things that the Lord did for Joseph in Egypt, right? And it to continue the line to see during a terrible famine, man. Right? They knew the history, so that's why he told them, moreover, tell them the power of your fathers, the same power who delivered Lot, the same power who delivered Noah, the same power who delivered Abraham, all right, and gave him the promises, the covenants. This is him. I'm him. I am, man. All right, he is sent. See? Yeah. What's it? Bring it out. You got that Zechariah 14? What you got? Just hold that on deck. We're gonna get these out the way. I'm getting that Proverbs 30 next.
This is Zechariah chapter 14 and 9.
Oh, you got that? You're holding that for a minute.
It says, "In the Lord, Yahweh, all caps, shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord,
Yep.
and his name one."
Right. So it said the Lord shall be king, all right, over all the earth. In that day, and there shall be one Lord and his name one. All right. Good. And that's it, man. It's not gonna be all of these. We just went into a deep dive with just Yahweh, man. Right? That's the name that we need to be saved. You see? So in that day when judgment is running rampant throughout the earth, right? When Jerusalem, all right, which is a people before it's a place, all right, when Israel is back on top, well, the Lord's name is gonna be one, man. All right, and we'll actually be called the city of beauty, the city of perfection once again. You see? That pure language, man. All right, that was it.
Yeah, that was it on Zechariah.
Yeah, it's something else.
God, this is the book of St. John, chapter 14 and 6. It says, Yahweh Shai said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Yeah, so you can't get to Yahweh unless you go through Yahweh Shai, man. All right? You just can't go. Jake say, oh, we don't gotta worship Yahweh Shai. Right. Oh, we could just call on the Heavenly Father. Nah, okay, boy, it don't work like that, man. Work like this. Say something? The Father sent his son for us. Exactly. For our wickedness, for our iniquities and wrongdoing that we did in our life. He sent his only son for us to sacrifice that great sacrifice. Without him, you can't even come close to the Father. You know what I'm saying? So that's how much more we gotta respect Yahweh Shai. Yeah.
The meaning is,
Give me that in First Timothy 5, I think.
yeah.
Bring that up. Bottom of the house.
You got that?
No, it's all about that. Yeah, this Proverbs 30, verse 4. It says, who had ascended up into heaven or descended? Right. And who did that? Tell me who did it. Yahweh Shai. He ascended up and descended. Go ahead. Who had gathered the wind in his fist? Who gathered the wind in his fist, man? Who had bound the waters in a garment? Mm-hmm. Who had established all the ends of the earth? So who established the planet Earth, man? Hung it on nothing. Hung it on nothing. Man, that's Yahweh, bro. Our plan. Dang. Come on, man. Yahweh devised the plan and Yahweh Shai carried it out, man. You see? And that's why I'm telling you that in Proverbs, man. Getting that 8. Yes, I'm there. Hold on, brother. Finish that 30 out.
Wait, go ahead. We go through seeing the operations of how the earth was made.
Yes.
We got it as when it was just the globe. Yep. We got the light that started coming from it. Yep. And so on and so forth, bro.
The crazy thing about it, it's a blessing that we even got to, read about that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, man, because when I was younger, I used to always think, I'm like, how did all this even exist? Right. But now that I, know the truth and all that, I found that peace. Yeah. It's beautiful, man, because that was, I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the most favorite thing I wanted to do. Yeah. Like explore the gas, see how it is. Right. Yeah.
All of these things that they put out there, that they've been out of the atmosphere and they landed on the moon, and what other planet. One thing brothers always had was like, question that brothers always had was, how did this start? Yeah. Where did it come from? You know, was it just the earth then? And then, you know, with evolution, how they said? But no, the Lord gives you a step by step. I made this first year, which is 1 year goes into 1,000 for us. First day goes into 1,000 years for us. Yeah, 1 day of the Lord is 1,000 years for us. So we got 7,000 years that the earth was being made, but it's step by step. This was made and it was good. This was made, it was good. This was made and it was good. Step by step, and give you everything that you need to know.
Yeah. And it says, who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? And what is his son's name? If thou canst tell.
What's the name? Yeah. If basically, see what that said in the NLT. If thou can tell.
And we set up that meaning. Yeah. The Lord being sarcastic right here. Yeah. Because the so-called name, Jesus Christ, and God, it's all throughout the Bible.
Right.
So why in the Bible would the Lord be asking, what is his name? And what is thy son's name, if thou can tell? Because it ain't what you think it really is. Right?
Further backing that up, you know, you just go out through the accounts when Howard Shaw was speaking. The disciples kept on asking Howard Shaw, why are you speaking in parables? Why you not being straight up, telling them everything? But Howard Shaw's response to all that was like, man, if you want to understand this, you want to understand it. You know, you're gonna get this.
And that's another proof. The thing with Proverbs, I believe the majority of that book was written by Solomon. You know, it's who's Solomon. Come on, man. That's too deep. You're right. You're right, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. If you can receive it, man. Through reincarnation, we know that Howard Shai, Solomon is the same spirit, right?
And that's why you need to get from behind the camera and get under men who know and learn. Learn from your elders apostles. They teaching for a reason. You know, that's how we have to understand. You know, first and foremost, from grace from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, the blessing that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai gave us, to know these things. But you got to be under men, and you gotta study these things.
Give me that 2 Timothy. You had the X. Bring that out, and then we're gonna end it with that.
This is Acts 26 and 14. And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. Verse 15, and I said, who art thou, Lord? I said, okay, verse 14, and when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue.
In the what?
In the Hebrew tongue.
So Saul heard a voice speaking in tongue in the Hebrew, right? So this proves that the Lord spoke Hebrew, man. Give me that one. Scratch that. Give me that one when they said this in John when they wrote the name. Lord was crucified, and it said it's in Greek, Latin, and Hebrew.
It says, I heard a voice speaking unto me and saying in the Hebrew tongue, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me?
Right, for Saul, all right, whose name was later changed to Paul, right, who wrote the majority of the New Testament, the so-called New Testament, all right, he said, why you persecuting me? Because what he was doing, hey, man, Saul was putting to death all of the believers of Yahweh Shai, man. He was straight weight, and he thought in his mind he was doing the right thing. You know, he was persecuting the church, man. You know, he was straight putting them to death, brother. It wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts. Yeah. He like, yeah, you got to get you. We about to put you to death, man.
It's the wrong way to do the right thing.
Yeah.
If he had a zeal, that's what led him to do it. Yeah. But then the Lord came to him, and then, you know, it happened how it happened. Right?
But that's why the Lord that's why the Lord knocked him off the horse. He blinded him. All right. And told him, look, this is what you got to do. You're doing it wrong, man. Go ahead.
It says, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? Mm-hmm. It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. Yep. And I said, who art thou, Lord? And he said, I am Yahweh Shai, whom thou persecutest.
Right, so he's speaking in Hebrew. All right, the word Jesus is not found in Hebrew. See? So it says, I am Yahushua, whom thou persecutest, man. Yeah. All right, you got that? You found it? Bring it out. This is Luke chapter 23, verse 38. Luke chapter 23, verse 38. And the superscription also was written over him in the letters of Greek and Latin and Hebrew. This is the King of the Jews. Yeah. Yeah. And the superscription is talking about the names of Yahushua. They wrote it in the Greek, the Latin, and the Hebrew, man. All right. They actually wrote Yahushua. They knew the Lord's name, man. See? And what you like? It's in Luke 23. Luke 23. Yeah. It says, verse 37, and saying, if thou be the king of the Jews, save thyself, which they was mocking the Lord, because they knew who's the king of Israel. It's Yahushua, man. All right, and King David under him, right? What it said, the subscription also was written over him, the letters of Greek and Latin and Hebrew. This is the king of the Jews. Why? Because you had so-called heathen, right? You had Gentiles, right? Israelite foreigners. You had actual heathen, and you had actual Jakes that was of the circumcision, right? That actually kept the law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right, who actually spoke Hebrew. So they had to make it known that, look, this is him. So nobody else couldn't say they didn't know, man. You know, we could end it off on that. Yo, crazy. That's crazy. This is Malachi 2:1, and it says, and now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you. If ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart to give glory unto my name, said Yahweh of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and will curse your blessings. Yea, I have cursed them already, because ye do not lay it to heart. Behold, I will corrupt your seed and spread dung upon your face, even the dung of your solemn feasts. And one shall take you away with it. And you shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with the Levi, said Yahweh of hosts. My covenant was with him of life and peace, and I will give them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me and was before my name. Pretty much showing that, his name is a commandment that we're supposed to continuously say, teach our people and let the people know who the true Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son is. And it's saying that if you didn't do that, he's going to put a curse upon you and all your feasts and your solemn assemblies. Right. So if you ain't calling on the name of the Lord, man, but fuck you. That's pretty much, bro. Yeah. And that's why I said that, because that's pretty much what it is. Hey, man, fuck you, man. Be unto you. Go ahead, bro.
Another thing, you goddamn heathen. You know what I'm saying? Salvation is only for the Jews, which is back to the Negro. Well, that's the Southern drive. And the Latinos and the Native, it's only for us. What it said, Amos chapter, 3 and 2, that you only have I known. You know what I'm saying? So this is for you to know the name. They ain't give a damn what they got going on.
That's right. So with that, man, we're going to give all praises, glory, infinite honors, and to
Love honors to
the apostles and the elders, great millstone, taught the true, rule well, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Above,
Above. Kwame Asherah.
Shalom.
Shalom.